Hey everyone, Zane here from Flow Sport. Once again, I'm going to talk through some of the content that's in the Mental Toughness Journal, give you a quick intro in 5 minutes about that particular topic, that page. And this one today I'm going to introduce is on dealing with the worries, fears, and doubts that come up in sport, just like in many other aspects of life, or all of life really. The quote on the page there is worry. I quite like this one. It's worrying is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do but never gets you anywhere. And that's a great way to look at worrying, because you can go, is it helpful what I'm worrying about? Is it working for me? Is it a useful thing? Is it adding to my life? And that doesn't mean when we go, no, it's not. I don't need this worrying. That doesn't mean that we can get rid of it, but it does mean that we can just sort of put less investment in it and less weight on it, and we can sort of let it be there. And that's what I talk about when I talk about dealing with worries. And dealing might be the wrong word, because it's not like we're like dealing to them. We're like taking them out the back of the building and beating them up. We're sort of dealing with them in a way that's acknowledging them and accepting them, and by doing that, we let go of a struggle with the worries. We can notice them, and they're there, but they don't control us. They don't lead us down a pathway of resistance and struggle. They just exist, and we let them be there. It's not a process of giving up. It's more about just putting focus into what's really meaningful and important. So in the journal, there's strategies about how we could deal with our worrying. And like one example is in here, just talking about your worries like they're your friends and saying, oh, hello, welcome along. It doesn't mean you like them, but you do like your friends, but hopefully you like your friends. So you may be treating them like, they're kind of a guest at the party that maybe you don't like, but you kind of have to put up with them there because you got all your other friends there, so you welcome them in and you say hello, worries, come in, welcome inside. And another strategy is to treat them like a radio station that's playing in the background. You're like, I can hear it, it's there, but I'm just going to choose not to really tune into that. I'm not going to listen to that today. I'm going to focus my attention on something else. Just like, if you're at a restaurant or a cafe or something, and there's a whole lot of conversations going on, and you've got someone in front of you that you're wanting to talk to, you can't talk to that person that you obviously care about and want to have a conversation with, and listen to all the other conversations at the same time. Often with our worries, we're listening and we're thinking about, it's like we're doing that. We're thinking about all those conversations that are going on around us, and we're tuned into them, and we're like, go away, I don't want those. And and then we're like, they didn't go away, they're still there, I can hear them, and I can't focus on this conversation, sorry. So it's kind of like, okay, yep, there's a whole lot of noise going on, like we have in our minds. There's a whole lot of noise where we go, yep, that's there. But can I just tune in on what's important, to what like I want to do and focus on right now? And that's the essence of how we sort of deal with all these fears and doubts and stuff that go on when we do hard things. So we don't want to start when we get rid of the worries, and we don't want to get into a fight with the worries and the fears and the doubts, but more take that process of naming them, saying, yep, they're there. Acknowledge that, and let them sort of play in the background, if you will, and focus your attention on, again, like what's meaningful, what's important to you, all the stuff that's you've written down if you've gone through the journal, the stuff that you've written down at the start. So hopefully that's a little bit of a intro into dealing with the worries. It's hard, life's not easy in that respect, and can be much harder for some people. And not as hard for others, but the best way to approach that is being compassionate to yourself and accepting of those things that come up, but also then having that ability to focus on what's really important to you and let go of some of that struggle with the hard stuff that's there. All right, thanks for listening. 5 minutes is up. Boom. Cheers.